Power is a curious thing, my lord. Are you fond of riddles?
Why? Am I about to hear one?
3 great men sit in a room. A king, a priest, and a rich man. Between them stands a common sellsword. Each great man bids the sellsword kill the other 2. Who lives, who dies?
Depends on the sellsword.
Does it? He has neither crown nor gold, nor favor with the gods.
He has a sword, the power of life and death.
But if it's swordsmen who rule, why do we pretend kings hold all the power? When Ned Stark lost his head, who was truly responsible? Joffrey, the executioner, or something else?
I've decided I don't like riddles.
Power resides where men believe it resides. It's a trick, a shadow on the wall. And a very small man can cast a very large shadow.
Hello everyone, Feliciano Kenobi here from Stories Teach, and welcome to the Games of Power series, where I talk about the 48 laws of power and how Game of Thrones characters use or misuse these laws to play the Game of Thrones. And today I want to talk about Lord Varys. So, if you're ready, let's get started. From what George R.R. Martin tells us, Varys' life began very humbly. Born a slave, he survived castration and starvation with only his wits and sheer will to survive. Living on the streets, he became a skilled thief and prostitute, but when he learned that stealing and selling information was more valuable, he soon became one of the most powerful information stealers. Using his skills as a master spy, he was able to escape the streets of Myr and eventually become a member of the small council for the Mad King, Aerys II Targaryen. If there is anyone that can rival Peter Baelish's ability to play the game, it's Lord Varys, otherwise known as the Spider. At first glance, he appears soft, graceful, and harmless, but it's all a facade. He is as cunning and as ruthless as the rest of them, with a lot of experience playing the game, and enough information to take down anyone. So this brings us to our first law. Law number 1. Never outshine the master. Whether you watch the show or read the books, he understands where power lies. He knows that though he has a seat on the council, it doesn't mean he can talk however he likes to with everyone around him. He is still seen as lowly by everyone, but instead of openly rebelling against that, he plays to it and uses it to stay in the game. He knows how to flatter when he needs to, so that he ultimately seems unthreatening. Though he is a master spy, he comes off as not a threat to Aerys II or Robert Baratheon. Varys serves his kings well by getting the job done, which means keeping them informed of what's going on in the realm and in Essos. He might be seen as a necessary evil, but in the end, it doesn't matter to him. He has a seat at the table and is still able to wield the kind of power having the right information allows. Which brings us to our next law. Law number 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. He holds his seat on the small council because he is a master spy, and rulers need informants to know what's going on. Without Varys' knowledge, for example, King Robert wouldn't have known that Daenerys was married to Khal Drogo or even pregnant. To Robert, this is vital information that he needs to know because he can't let anything live that could threaten his right as king. This includes children of the fallen Mad King. Varys' information leads to the assassination attempt on Daenerys' life, along with causing a rift amongst Ned and Robert because of their differing opinions on killing children. But regardless of the repercussions, Varys keeps Aerys and Robert dependent on him because he has a vast network of spies that that they do not. No one in the realm has the spider web network of spies like Varys does. Peter Baelish might come close, but even still, Varys has carved himself a piece of power that allows him to rub elbows with kings, yet stay flexible enough to push his own agenda. And this brings us to our final law. Law 20, do not commit to anyone. Varys isn't just known as a spider, he's also known as the spy with a heart. Compared to other powerful people that have their own spies like Littlefinger, Varys treats his little birds with kindness and protection. He takes care of his network, comprised of mostly children, and has been open about his feelings for violence towards children. He doesn't support it, saying he doesn't believe in harming the blameless. Though to some characters, his loyalties don't seem to lie with anyone other than the obvious winners, he has confessed to characters like Ned Stark his true loyalties, which lies to the realm. He even remarked to Daenerys, saying that incompetence should not be awarded with blind loyalty. From what we can tell from the show, his loyalties lie in Daenerys because he believes she is the best choice to lead the realm, even though this is how he feels from what we can tell. The move to openly support Daenerys might lead to his own death. Previously, he had just played the game, not openly rebelling against his employer, and so never was targeted by anyone with power. Now that he's declared himself Team Daenerys, he, along with everyone else in Daenerys' court, will likely be killed if she can't take and secure the realm. Whether his declaration to Daenerys gets him killed or not, he knows what he's doing. He's making his choice cautiously. His life is now more threatened than previously, but he'll take what comes because he's doing what he feels is right. But what do you think? If Daenerys doesn't win the throne, do you think Varys will survive? Will he be able to hold his power? And if he does survive, how do you think he'll do it? Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you so much for tuning in today. This video was another request by subscriber Danijel Mulugeta, so thank you to Danijel for making this request. If there is a character that you'd like me to go over next, let me know in the comments and I'll make it happen. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more. Thank you so much and have a great day.